What's up, world? Lee here with Sticks, Strings, and Other Things, my teeny tiny little corner of the internet where I come to you every other week to chit-chat with you about all of the crafty things I have been getting my hands onto. This is episode 91, and I am filming on August 20th. How is it already August 20th? I have no clue, but it is August 20th. And I am coming to you from a very rainy and damp Pacific Northwest, which I am loving. It is wet, and I love it. Gray, rainy, someone's blowing leaves in the background. It's like fall is approaching very slowly, but it is approaching, and I am here for it. The rain. I'm glad it's back. Anyhow, what am I drinking today? In my Farmer's Daughter's Fibers mug, I am drinking some mint like the cookie oolong from Plum Deluxe. It is a very, very mint chocolate. I think it's mint chocolate cookie. Mint chocolate like the cookie? Something like that. It's a chocolatey mint oolong, and it's very tasty. I know I've been complaining about Farmer's Daughter's Fibers a lot this year because of the Sock Squad being repetitive colors. And while that is true, I still love their yarn, and I still love their dyes, and I still love their other colors. Just not peach. Just not peach. Such a good day. Yay. I am wearing my, I don't remember what this is. I'll put it here. I don't remember what I'm wearing. I don't remember who the dyer is either. Wow. I'm wearing something I knit, and it's very, very lovely, and I like it a lot because I like this detail here. But I don't remember the name. Wow. Yep, just right out of the head. I knew when I sat down, but then I sat down and everything, whoop, right out of the head. Anyhow, enough of that, but this is still a lovely top. Very much like it. And yes, like I said, I told you what it was, because I don't remember. Anyhow, what is in that bag? Apologies, I'm a little scattered this morning. Don't know why, but I am. What do we have in store for you today? Well, I have a few finishes. Polish that halo. Polish it a whole bunch, because I have a couple of finishes. Not one, not two, a couple more, sort of. The first is the most impressive. Well, it's a very impressive finish for me this year. It is Modern Folk Embroideries. I was going to say mystery, but it wasn't a mystery. Modern Folk Embroideries Knit Along for 2024. I have finished No Time Like the Present. It is gorgeous. It is so stinking gorgeous. Love! I did this on a 40 count Cedar River linen in, I want to say overcast, using Roxy Flosstube in Yonder for the blue, Valu Red for the red, and Colonel Mustard for the yellow. Isn't it gorgeous? And this was the piece that I hadn't done last time I showed it to you. There she is, though. There she is. So wonderful. I am so stinking proud of this. I am happy. I'm chuffed. I am all the exclamatory words that you can think of. I am right now. All of them. It's so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, we're just going to sit here and appreciate it for another minute. That is my big finish. Oh, I did it. I did it in August like I wanted to. Life is good. But I also have a couple other finishes. I know. I finished Black Needle Society's Celebrate All Year. It's August piece. I haven't fully finished it yet, but I did do the stitching. I'm trying to remember which way was up for this person. Not that it really matters, but I think it was this. This was for National Peach Day. And there is the piece. It's sweet. I like. Now all I have to do is do the fully finishing. And I'm running out of August, so I should probably do that pretty soon. I still have the National Camping Day up because I didn't do July. But camping goes for all summer, so it doesn't really matter. But here is the August one, and I like the peaches. They're nice. So I'll pull it forward for you. Yay. Did that. Still need to fully finish it, which I will soon. You will notice the stiffness of the linen, though. I could just hold it up from the bottom and it's, so I'm a little concerned about finishing it because it needs to wrap around a circle. Yikes. It's a little bit of a stiff fabric there. So we will have to see how that works. Perhaps next time. I have a finish for now because I am doing Fine Frog Stitching's Plants and Petrichor mystery stitch along, and I have finished the piece, the part B piece that they released last Friday. And the fun part of this was, it was called Storm, and I was stitching this during an actual Pacific Northwest thunderstorm. We don't get those. We never get those. At most, when we get thunder and lightning, it'll be like, well, there was one sort of lightning, and I think there might have been a peal of thunder, and then you're done. And that's it. And it's boring. We had wind and rain and thunder and lightning for minutes. I absolutely loved it. I used to live in a desert, and I miss the thunder and the lightning. I miss lightning storms. Anyhow, all of that to say, I stitched this, or started stitching it, during that storm, which I thought was very appropriate. It wasn't the plan, but that's what I did. So here is the piece. This is on a 32 count Be Stitch Me an unnamed fabric that I got in one of the fight nights. And I am doing it 2/2. The part that I did this time was this fill in of the window. And I have I have thoughts because it's a mystery. You're gonna walk with me through the thoughts on this. Now, this is really pretty because it's outside. It's all stormy. You can see little raindrops. See the raindrops? See the raindrops? And I think the pieces that are not filled in currently for that window, I think it's a plant sitting up here because you can see the plant leaves that are unstitched throughout here. And then right here, I think that is a mug of tea. And I think this is a stack of books. These are my thoughts. This is what I'm thinking. And yeah, I'm going to move my face out of the way so it can focus on just that. You can see like shadowy branches outside. And oh, it's so good. And the light is doing all sorts of funky things. But yes, those are my thoughts. This is a plant. The trailing leaves. Books. Mug of tea. Time will tell to see if I'm right, but that's what those shapes look like to me. And I'm loving this piece. It's really fun. I'm just using the called for DMCs. I said 2/2, as I already stated. This is the loveliness that is my threads. Complete and utter disaster in there. Don't care. That's how it's being stored today for this stitch along because I'm a monster, would be why. I am a monster. And then I have finished a pair of socks. I have finished my Knit Spin Farm hummingbird socks. So these were the self-striping hummingbird socks. They are almost identical, but not quite. I'm like a stripe off. Don't care. They're close enough. It's fun. That's typically how I do. I was lazy with these. I just did a regular flapping, heel flapping gusset, which I don't normally do for self-striping because it messes up the stripe sequence. But I was working on these while getting my tire fixed on vacation. And I know how to do a flapping gusset and not think at all, and didn't have to worry about not having any other yarn on hand. And so just did a flapping gusset. But lovely. This is the Targhee Superwash sock base that I get from Knit Spin Farm. And they're just a 64 stitch sock. Basic 2x2 rib at the top. Nice and easy. I think I did these on my 1.5 millimeter needles. My 1.5 US, 2.5 millimeter needles. Those are very, very different things. Very different. 2.5 millimeter, 1.5 US. Very different things. Anyhow, they're done. I like them. They're very pretty. And I have the socks finished. I hadn't done some self-stripings in a while, and so I was happy to get these done. So, my hummingbird socks. Finished those. And I have another finish, but I didn't bring it, and I don't know if you guys care. It is a bit of crochet. It was called the Ugly Water Bottle Cozy. And essentially, it's this weird plastic yarn. There's this woman who... Jelly Pop is the name of the yarn, and it is yarn made out of discarded industrial plastic waste. So the bits and pieces that aren't used, she takes that and then she makes this weird yarn out of it. And I crocheted a water bottle holder that has a strap, and I used that to carry my water bottle during flock. It was delightful because it made carrying a water bottle very, very easy. It's just gray, weird. I'm not great at crochet. I screwed up a lot of things on it, but it works. It is functional. It does what it's supposed to. If you really care about seeing it, I can bring it next time. Just let me know. But it's kind of a weird mesh is all. So yes, I actually did crochet. I know. Who am I? And I think those are all my finishes. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Not too shabby. Then we have our whips. Since I finished several things, I did not do so much in the whip lands, but I did do some. First up is my 100 Stitches a Day project. This is, oh, what's it called? I Will Cut You by, oh my goodness. Let me reach. Lucy Beam. Oh my God. I Will Cut You by Lucy Beam. And I do not have a cover sheet because I bought it on their Etsy, and I think it was their Etsy. I bought it digitally and I didn't download the picture for the cover. But I am very, very close to the end, so I don't think I need to. This is my 100 Stitches a Day project, and I will say, before I show you, that this project is a bit of a tease. There have been like the last 3 days where I'm like, I'm practically done. 100 stitches and I'll see just how many more I have to do, and then I'll just finish it up. And then I do 100 stitches, I go, ooh, I didn't get very far. Okay, next day comes, 100 stitches. I'm sure I'll be so close I'll just finish it today. 100 stitches didn't seem to get me very far. So now I'm where I am today. I have finished for today, where I thought yet again, that didn't get me very far. Maybe tomorrow. But I really do think I might actually finish it tomorrow. We will see. Let me show you. I Will Cut You. Oops, let me move some of those. I Will Cut You, Lucy Beam. This is 1/2 on 40 count. This is Coconut Shell by Be Stitch Me. I'm using the called for threads, which live right here. And let me get forward. I finished the scissors, which you can see better in real life, did the words cut you, and then did all the snip, 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 snip. Yes, there's an S hiding over there. All I have left to do are these few flowers, these little doobers between all of the letters, and then in each flower, not that you can tell, there's one hole, and that is the cream color. And then it will be done. I think that'll be 100 stitches. I think. Who knows? Anyhow, I am super close to finishing, and then I will have one more of my 100 stitches a day projects finished, and that will be great. I really thought this one was going to go a lot faster. I really did. I did not think it was that big. I thought that was just going to be super quick. It's taken me forever. It has taken forever. It's just so bizarre. This is bigger than you think. And it's kind of sad that you can't really see the scissors very well. In real life you can. See, there they are. Love this color though. Absolutely love this color. I got another one of this in my Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month, and I'm thinking I might put Haunted Library on this instead of on the Murky that I had pulled. Yes, I still haven't started Haunted Library because I cannot decide on fabric, but I'm really, really leaning towards this coconut shell. I think that would be perfect background for Haunted Library, if I ever started. Anyway, so there's that one. When I finish it, I will spin my wheel for my 100 Stitches a Day project, and who knows what will come up, but I am getting lower on that list, which is exciting. What else did I work on? Ah, yes, the next two are knitting projects. Living in here is my Solstice Wrap by Amba O'Brien. This is the countdown project that I found again. I did a few more. I was here when I showed it last. Let's do it the right direction. I was here when you saw it last, where this little bat is. So I finished 2 more colors, and I am working on a third. That third is this one. And I am using Dragon Horde yarn. It was a countdown for the month of July, which I said last time was the countdown to the solstice, but the solstice isn't in July. So I don't remember what the countdown was for. It was the countdown of July. I don't know why. I don't remember. It was years ago. I don't recall anything. Anyhow, it is for all the days of July, and I am just using the colors as they come. And so I've done a little bit more on that. And now I'm going to move my progress marker down. I am enjoying this. It'll just be a very colorful, easy wrap. It's a simple pattern. I do enjoy it, and yeah, I don't know what more there is to say. I'm doing it on a size, tiny writing. I am doing it on a size 5, 3.75 millimeter needle. I don't recall if that's the one that is called for in the pattern or not. But this is kind of a fun color because it has hints of the red. So even though this red is super bright, there's a little bit of that red in here. I don't know if Dragon Horde meant for this to be used day after day after day for their countdown, but that's what I'm doing, and it'll be chaotic. So, my solstice wrap. Not sure how much more I'll do, but I'm going to keep it out so it doesn't get lost again, and hopefully I will eventually finish it because I'm kind of using this as my Advents of December's Past piece. I do not expect to get it done by December. I just don't think I'm going to be focusing on it that much, but it's fun to pull out a countdown piece that I haven't finished and get some more work into it. Another thing that I have been working on is my Cumulus blouse by Petite Knit. It is living in this little fox bag. And I have gotten a good portion done on this one because there were a couple of days where it was like today. It is cool. It is nice. And so therefore, the fluff can be worked on. Here is where I was last time. That's where my progress keeper was. I have finished the body completely, and I am almost halfway done with the arm. Just about. I will come back to pick up stitches for the neck, and it will pull it in. Right now, this would definitely be an overgarment because it goes down to like here on me, which will change once I pick up the stitches and I'm going to do a decently tight I-cord edge on it to pull it all in. So I just have the one sleeve that I'm working on. I wish that you could feel this thing. I feel like a teddy bear. It feels like a teddy bear. What I wear, I'm going to feel like a teddy bear. Anyhow, this is Thought to Thread's Surrey alpaca base, and in their colorway Sea Pebble. I am, like I said, this is a petite knit garment. I don't remember what size I'm making, but I'm making the appropriate size for me, which was a whole rigmarole, which I've discussed in the past. And I'm really glad I didn't go a size up because I almost wanted to go a size down from what I'm stitching. And I'm getting gauge. Just, yeah. I'm getting the right, I am getting the called for ease. I am. But I'm really glad I didn't go a size up. This thing would have been a tent. Learn your lesson, Lee. Go a size down almost always from what you think you need to. I didn't on this, and this is perfect, but no, I did on this. I did on this, and it's perfect. Okay, learn my lesson. Anyhow, I'm loving it. It is so soft. It is so soft, and it is so light. It is just a bit of fluff. But yes, slowly working down the sleeve. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. It's gonna be great. I'm going to love it. It's pretty. It's super pretty. But it is so fluffy, so very fluffy. It sheds a lot. It won't once it's all put together and washed and blocked and all of that. It will behave itself at that point. But right now, it is just very, very floofy. But here is the label for Thought to Thread. Focus. There we go. So this is Thought to Thread. Surrey Vale is the name of Tyler's Surrey base. And it is 100% Surrey alpaca. It is just Surrey. It's fluff for days. It's so soft. Absolutely ridiculous. Love it so much. And there's like 400 and some odd yards in each ball. So I'm still only on the second skein. I had 4. And I'm only on the second skein. Kind of love it. It is great. So I don't know if this will be done in 2 weeks because that all depends on the weather and how many cool days we have. And who knows if we will continue to get cool days or not. But I am nearing in on a finish for that one, and I am adoring it. I am going to feel like a teddy bear, and it's going to be wonderful. And when we get to plans, you will see that evidently I want to feel like a teddy bear, because you will see in my plans. Yeah. What else did I work on? That was all of my whips. Because I kept finishing everything else. I know! What a bummer! Ah, terrible! Can't believe it! I did start something new. I did listen to you all, and I did start a small for Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, which is not easy to say. I do not know if I'm going to finish it in time because I don't know. I'll show you. There's not much to see. Let me lean. The first thing I did though was I pulled my own Roxy Floss colors. instead of using the DMC, I have all these lovely Roxy Floss colors. So I pulled my own for a conversion. And yeah, you can't see anything. This is on, I don't even know what fabric this is. Oh wait, it's a 40 count something by Forbidden Fiber. I don't remember what the color name is, but it's a Forbidden Fiber. Now if you look really closely, yes, there you go. You can just barely see it. I am doing Wave Biscornu. Again, it was a digital pattern and I didn't print out the cover sheet. So, but Wave Biscornu, it's a wave. You can see. You'll get there. But that is as far as I've gotten, because guess what? Working really light colors on a really light fabric is really, really boring. And yeah. So this is my start 37 of the year. And this is Wave Biscornu by, darn it, don't remember their name, so I will put it here because designers should be credited. So, whatever that was. And it's going to be really pretty. It will be. I just need to get my butt going because middle of September is fast approaching. And yikes. But here we are. You can barely see it unless I do that. We'll see if I finish in time. But I did start a small. And I think it'll be really pretty with these colors. I did start a small. We'll see if it's finished. Let me do all the leaning because, you know, leaning out of the thing because I'm a professional and all. And those are all of my projects that I worked on. Lots of finishes this time. Feeling pretty good about things because I'm only up to 37 starts. Only 37. I thought I would have a couple more by today, but I don't, and that's okay because September is coming, and that is Sampler September, and I am starting at least 2 samplers. And I am starting one of my projects. I don't know what it's going to be because I'm going to start one of the 2 projects I'm getting at Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. Don't know which one it'll be, but I'm going to be starting one of them. So that's 3 projects in September alone. So that'll get me to 40 real quick. And I am starting 31 days of Poe in September as well. So that's 41. Aha! And that's by Witch Garden Craft. That's what it's by. So yeah, let's get into plans because evidently that's what I'm discussing right now. Yeah, we can. We're gonna get into plans. So those are some of my plans. So let's cover the rest of my plans. I told you about. I'm gonna finish my 100-day project probably tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that. I've got to be right at about 100 stitches. I really do. I swear. Anyhow, I'm gonna finish that, and then I will spin my wheel, and I will get a second 100 stitches a day project. Don't know what it will be. You will see next time, and then I will be working on my Cumulus Boss if it is cool enough. If there's another release for Fine Frog Stitching, I will work on that. On the 1st of September, I will be starting possibly 2 projects. I will be starting 31 Stitches of Poe by Witch's Garden Craft. And I will be starting the Sampler September piece I purchased from Evertote, which I have right here. Which is why I was like, do I do plans first or do I do stash first? And instead I'm going to do plans and I can just show you the stash later. Haha, make you stay. Tricky. It's not really my reasoning. My brain works better if I discuss plans before I do stash. Anyway, so those are those plans. And when I do the Sampler September thing that I got from Evertote, I will also be starting a pair of socks because I got the sock set that matches it because of course I did. I will also be starting Haunted Library. I will start Haunted Library in the next 2 weeks because I do think I'm going to do it on the coconut shell. I like the colors on it. I think that's the one I'm going with. I'm feeling very confident about that color, unlike I was feeling with the murky. Murky just, I wasn't sure. Now I'm feeling confident. I am. So, I mentioned when I was showing off my Cumulus blouse that I want to feel like a teddy bear, evidently. And so, in plans, I'm going to show you a couple of projects that I want to start. They're both Andrea Mowry projects. They are both using Farmer's Daughter's fibers. Fluff. All fluff. I will put the pictures of what the projects are here. One is the nebula, one is the broom. So, the broom. I want to do in this. It is Farmer's Daughter's Fibers Oh Dang DK, which is 10% silk, 90% Surrey alpaca. And this is their colorway Cross Current. So I'm going to be a giant gray teddy bear. I have 4 skeins to do the broom. But look at that color. Isn't it lovely? Pastel black. Gotta love it. Definitely in my wheelhouse. Right there. And then there's the nebula. Which is also 4 skeins of Odang DK. And I'm planning to do it in the color Dark Fugitive, which is a little outside my comfort zone, but I liked it. It's a little bright. This may be, see, on here it looks like a dark red. No. We're talking like fuchsia purple. We're talking fuchsia purple. Here. Back here, see, if it was this color, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's my wheelhouse. Here's my happy zone. But no. This is the color. Yeah. But I want to feel like a teddy bear because that's 2 more garments that are made out of essentially just Surrey alpaca. Just fluff. Just fluff for days. I want fluffy garments that make me feel like a teddy bear. And yeah. So one is the nebula, one is the broom. They're both Andrea Mowry. I will have put their photos in of what each garment looks like. Oversized, squishy, comfortable, fluffy. I will say, I haven't undone one of these skeins, so I haven't caked one of these up. But so far, just throwing it around like this, I'm not eating alpaca, Surrey fluff. So that's a plus. Maybe this one will be less hairy? It's the wrong word. But Thought to Threads is just so floofy that it sheds a lot. Maybe this one will shed a little less while I'm working on it. Like I said, once it's all put together and washed and blocked, it won't shed anymore. But yeah, that color. And that color. Yeah, one of these is definitely more my wheelhouse. And one is, I'm stepping outside the box here with this color. But it's so pretty. It's really pretty. Very neon purple. Very neon. Anyhow. I don't think these were going to be next on my list, but I'm enjoying the Cumulus blouse so much that I think I might have to do the broom next. And if I'm still loving the fluff, then the nebula will follow. And yeah, so those are in plans. Let me just toss the yarn over there. Those are in plans. Not sure exactly when. I know I swatched for the violet cardigan in that luscious gray. I don't remember what content the gray yarn is, but it is fingering weight, and I just don't want to deal with a fingering weight project right now, even though I really want the cardigan. And I did a swatch for it and it's perfect. But I kept a note with the needles on it, so needle size, so I'll be fine. But I just want fluff right now. I just want the fluff. I can't help it. So those are my plans. Yeah, stitching wise, I want to start all the samplers. So let me show you what sampler I will be starting because of Evertote and maximum cross stitch. I got my box the other day. Whew, let me cover up got my box, cover up my address. I got the whole kit. Now I purchased this months ago when it first went on sale. And so I got the bag, which is just ridiculous. And because I got the yarn portion, it came with a yarn bag as well. Let me show off the yarn, which I've already put inside. Timber Yarns, that's the name of it. So here's the Timber Yarns colorway for Sampler September. These are two 50 gram mini, two 50 gram skeins, and these are self-striping, as you can tell. 80, oh, it's an 80-20. It's an 80-20 superwash merino nylon, and there's even a little mini. So I will be caking those up and prepping those to start. And last year, I did the maximum cross stitch September's Revenge, where the house is being eaten by all the plants. Well, this time it is September's Return. And I just loved those hills. I just really, really loved those hills, which is the bag. That's why the bag goes with this. I love the designs in them. I just wanted to do those. I wanted to do the designs in the hills. They just, I don't know, made me happy. So I received the colors. They're so autumnal. And the linen is, I haven't opened the linen yet, but it's a 40 count panettone. So just a nice brown. So this will be what I am starting in September. I'm going to get rid of the box, and I will just pop everything into my bag because September is coming, people. Oh, and here's the little bag that went with. September is coming. So I will be starting September's Return. I loved all the autumnal colors. They just made me happy, and I want to do those fun patterns. They were fun. So those are some of my plans. I will be working on, like I said, Nature's Garden Crafts. So that was one of my purchases, and it will immediately go into plans. And then I purchased the called for fabric for 31 Days of Poe, and I think I'm actually going to open it. Excuse the crinkle. It's Eclipse. It is a 28 count fabric. I just liked the purple. And like I said, if I end up not using this for 31 Days of Poe, it doesn't matter. I'll find something to put on this lovely fabric. But I think I'm going to do it. I like it. I'll probably do the wilder side. Maybe not. But I'm probably going to do the wilder side. So that is Witch's Garden Crafts. And they're the ones doing the 31 Days of Pow. Thank you, Susie. I didn't need more projects or more fabric, but I did need Poe, so thank you. What else did I purchase? Ah, this arrived. I ordered this a while ago and finally got it. It came within the designated time frame. So when I say finally got it, they did not take longer than they said they would. It just took time because it's hand dye. And this is Cedar River linen. I got coffee stain on their 40 count. Got a nice chunk of that. And then I got a huge chunk of her maple bar. So coffee stain is darker. Maple bar is what I think I'm going to be using for my dark black sampler November. Sorry, it's just some weird noises outside. It's just a deer. They're not very subtle. It's kind of walking through things very noisily. Anyhow, I received that. And I said finally because I just kept waiting, and it was within the time frame. Decently within the time frame. No worries. But you know, it takes a time. But yeah, I got a chunk of that, and then I got a little smaller chunk of this because I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with this. But this is going to be anything I want it to be. And the first thing is going to be black November stitching. And then my fine people, I went to Flock Fiberfest in Seattle last weekend. I only went on Sunday, and I didn't stay as long as I wanted to. And I will go back next year. And when I go back next year, I will probably still only go on Sunday because there's less people, and that's just better on my brain. But I think I will plan to stay there the whole day. I had so much fun. All the vendors I talked to seemed to be having a great day. They seemed to really enjoy the convention center. It was really light and airy. Really, really nice windows in it, so the colors were all true. So when you're looking at yarn and you can see the colors you need, it's great. And sales seem to be going well. Everyone seemed to really, really do okay. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'm glad I went. Definitely will be going again next year. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. But I can, because I have made myself a couple of rules for when I go to this. Because I've never had a Fiberfest local, really. So, I have. Aha! This is my other thing of coconut shell from Be Stitch Me. That's going to be part of my haunted library. But I have a rule now. I have to use what I purchased the year before. And if I don't, I can't repurchase whatever that quantity was. So if I bought a sweaters quantity and I don't use the sweaters quantity the next year, I can't buy a sweaters quantity the next year. And I don't mean from that dyer, I mean at all. So, I got some knitting in front of me is what I've got. Let me show you what I purchased. First, I went to Plies. Well, I didn't first go to Plies and Hellhounds. One of the things I purchased, these are not in order. One of the places I went to was Plies and Hellhounds because I really like her yarns and she's on the East Coast and I never get to see her colors in person, and it's always better to see the colors in person. So I got to wander all of her colors in person, and she has some lovely, lovely dark academia goth-ish colors, which make my heart sing. This is Yugen on her Selkie base and Yugen on her Fig lace base. The Selkie base is 85 non-superwash merino, 15% silk, and the Yugen is 70% Cade mohair and 30% silk. This is so pretty. And this will become a floodlight tee. I will put the picture here. I will be making the floodlight tea with this. And I just think it will be so pretty. It's just such a good color. Look at this, such a good color. This will be the floodlight tea. And then I went to the Les Garçons booth. And I like Les Garçons. I've seen the pictures I've seen online of their stuff. I like their colors. Again, nice tonals, moody, dark, lovely. But again, they're the East Coast. I don't get to see their colors. And there they were with all of their colors. And I'm standing there and I'm like, ooh, I know what I want to make. And they have enough for it in the same dye lot. Can I afford it? But I went on Sunday. And it was the last 6 of this dye lot. So I got a little bit of a discount if I took them all right then. So I did. What did I get? This is Les Garçons British DK Base, which is a 70% BFL wool, 30% Masham, non-superwash. And I got it in the colorway Carmen's Story. Okay, it looks black, but it is purple. It is a purple black. A black purple? I don't know. It is a gorgeous color. I love it. I love it so much. This is so good. And oh my God, I wish you could touch this. It is so good and squishy. I love this so much. This is going to be a hard cider by, I forgot her name. Thea Coleman. That's it. Thea Coleman. Hard cider by Thea Coleman. I'll put a picture in here. And that's what this is going to be. Look at it. Look at that. See? See, you can see that it's a purple. It's just wonderfully dark. Ooh, blowing out now. But look at the tonality of this yarn. I love it. I really love it. And those are my big purchases. Because they're big. Then there was a yarn dye I'd never seen before. Her name was Crow and Crescent Yarn Co. And she had the gothiest yarns ever. They were all blacks with hints of color. And I'd already purchased my sweater quantity, and I was only allowing myself one sweater quantity. I mean, one's a t-shirt, one's a sweater. I went in with specific projects in mind so that I didn't go wild and crazy, because, yeah. But I decided that I could get one of her DKs and I could make a nice hat out of this or something. I'm thinking this is going to be a hat. And this is the colorway Nightmare. So it is her black with just hints of gray. Just right there. She also had this type of setup color-wise with this really bright blue, with a purple, with a red, with a darker blue. Oh, they were gorgeous. I hope she's back next year so that I can plan to get a sweater's quantity from her. This is the Triton DK base. It's just 100% superwash merino, 231 yards. But it's so good. It's just black, but it's fun because it's more than just black. There's fun gray going on in here. See, look at that. It's gonna knit up really fine. I'm just gonna knit up basic hat, but nice squishy black hat. What's wrong with that? And the last thing I got was another DK base from Red Stag Fiber. And oh my God, I want a sweater's quantity of this stuff. I really do. It is so nice. This is a Polworth Masham base. So it's 75% Polworth, 25% Masham, 246 yards. And I got it in the, yeah, I ain't pronouncing that. There we go. Focus, are you gonna show it? That's the colorway. I'm gonna butcher that, because I'm gonna butcher that. Anyhow, it is this pretty chocolatey brown. and it feels so nice. I am going to turn this one into a cabled cowl. So I know exactly what I'm doing with all of these, but oh, so good. So good. And it just feels so squishy. It should be Touch-O-Vision. But yeah, it's just this nice chocolatey brown. I loved it. And that's all I purchased. That's it. I mean, it's actually not too horrible much. I wanted so much more. I really wanted so much more. Oh, there were so many booths I kept walking into and going, pretty, so pretty. Oh, I love this too, love that too, love this other thing. Oh, I absolutely adored going to Flock. They already have the dates planned for next year. It'll be in August again. I forget the exact dates, but if you can, you should come to Seattle and go to Flock Fiberfest. It was amazing, and I will be there next year. Tiny possibility I might be helping out in a booth next year, which will be fine because I will just work on the booth on probably Saturday because that's the busier day, and then I can just attend on Sunday. And if that happens, yay, I'll work in the booth. Working conventions is really, really interesting and fun. It's not like working at a store at all. It is just so overwhelming and over the top and busy. But if I end up working, I'll be happy to work a booth and help out there. If I'm not, then I will just attend and plan to stay there the whole day. I don't think I can do the Saturday. I think that would just be too much for me. I don't know. But right now, my plan is to attend on Sunday next year and be very, very happy that La Marcerie and Jess and her husband, it's Jess, right? The names just went out my head, that they're putting this on again, and I hope it just gets bigger and better and wonderful. I hope. Because then all the lovelies come to me, yarn-wise, and I can save up every year to buy a special sweaters quantity or two every year from Fun Yarns and just play with all the colors as I walk around. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. I'm so happy. Anyhow, that was Flock. That's pretty much all I've done. That is pretty much all I've done in the last 2 weeks. My son did come up for this past weekend. Oh, so Flock was the weekend before. I got my days wrong. Flock was not this last weekend, the weekend before. Whatever. This last weekend, my son was up for just the weekend. His girlfriend moved back up here for school, so he was coming up to visit her, and so I got to see him on Sunday. And it was nice. It was nice to see he and his girlfriend. They're great. He had a hard time getting back home because his flight was canceled. So he didn't get home until like midnight last night. But you know, it sucks. It was great to see him, and I'm really hoping he will be up here for Thanksgiving like he's going to try, and if not Thanksgiving, he will definitely be here for Christmas. It was a quick, sudden trip, and so there wasn't a lot planned. The fact that we got to see him at all was great, because, you know, he was up here to visit his girlfriend, not his parents. He's 25, almost 26. That he's living his own adult life. But I still got to see him, and it was great. If he'd been here for any longer, I would have made sure to get down and have him visit his grandmother as well. But there wasn't time. There was no time. And on that note, I think I'm going to let you all go, because I think I have said everything I need to say. I waxed poetic about Flock. I waxed poetic about my finish of Modern Folk Embroidery. And I am ready to have another cup of tea, enjoy the gray, wet weather, and edit and upload this while I work on something. I don't know what. Maybe I'll actually start Haunted Library. Or maybe I should just stick more with my Wave Biscornu. That's probably what I should do. Anyhow, either way, come back and see me in 2 weeks. Come back and see me in 2 weeks. It will be September by then. It will. Yep. Come back and see me then, and you'll see what I've worked on. Until then, I hope all of you are doing fantabulously. I wish you all the best and happy crafting. Bye all.